Chapter 25, Section 7, Closing the Door on Immigration. In 1920, a mob stormed through the Italian neighborhood of West Frankfort, a small town in Illinois. The crowd was frustrated by a mining strike and angered by bank robberies that Italian criminals were rumored to have committed. For 3 days, mobs beat up Italian immigrants and burned their homes. This attack reflected a surge in nativism, or anti-immigrant feeling, that peaked in the United States around this time. The tide turns against immigrants. The United States has always been a nation of immigrants. Yet time and again, nativism has sparked actions and policies directed against newer arrivals. Sometimes nativism is rooted in economic competition. Sometimes it stems from ethnic, religious, and other differences. In the 1830s, for example, Protestant nativists charged that Catholic immigrants were enemies of democracy. They feared that Catholics had more loyalty to the Pope in Rome, who was the head of their church, than to the U.S. government. The surge in immigration that began in the 1880s fueled another rise in nativism. Some native-born Americans blamed immigrants for everything from slums and crime to hard times. Fearing competition for jobs, many labor leaders discriminated against non-whites. In 1909, for example, the president of the United Mine Workers wrote of Asians that, as a race, their standard of living is extremely low, and their assimilation by Americans impossible. Restricting immigration. Politicians responded to the growing prejudice against immigrants. As you have read, in 1882, Congress passed the Chinese Exclusion Act, banning further immigration from Chinese laborers. In 1907, Japanese immigrants were forbidden entry to the United States. In 1917, Congress required immigrants to prove they could read and write in at least one language before they were allowed into the United States. To further limit immigration, Congress established a quota system in 1921 and refined it in 1924. Under this system, by 1927, only 150,000 immigrants were allowed to enter the United States each year. People from East Asia were completely excluded. In addition, quotas limited immigration from any one country to 2% of the number of people from that country who lived in the United States. Most Eastern and Southern Europeans had arrived after that year. As a result, most of the quota spaces were reserved for immigrants from England, Ireland, and Germany. The new laws did not limit Mexican immigration. However, Mexicans now needed passports and visas to enter the United States. Visas allowed people from other nations to stay in the United States for a limited period of time. For the first time, the nation was closing its borders.